Listen, you know, we always come to you with some exciting topics. This evening, nothing less. As a matter of dynamic topic, we also have a dynamic personality in the person of Miss Lorraine Taylor. Now, listen, it is a sad story, but it's a strong story and it's a good story. Ms. Taylor is the executive director of 1,000 Mothers, and she will tell you more in-depth details as to exactly how 1,000 Mothers came about. And we want to take this moment just to professionally and personally offer our condolences to Ms. Lorraine Taylor. And as she share with you guys what the topic is all about and how it got started, then you'll understand even better why we are sharing our condolences. However, when we look at Miss Lorraine Taylor, we have a Renaissance woman. You know, people like to throw that word around, but when you not only have a beautiful voice for singing, you have a beautiful voice for speaking. She has done some work at seminaries and at universities and just a whole plethora of things that she's done. So when we use the word Renaissance woman, we don't use that word lightly. But listen, as I tell you every week, you didn't come to hear me. So right now, what we want to do is to introduce you to Miss Lorraine Taylor. Miss Taylor, good afternoon. Well, listen, it is our pleasure to have you. And if you will, if you share a little bit with our audience about the 1,000 Mothers and what prompted the inception, how it came about, and you know, just anything that you want to share with us as we move along. Now, I do want to say this: most of our audience know already that we offer FaceTime, that they can take one of these cameras and come on and ask you questions directly. Sometimes they will put their questions in the box, and many times they won't say anything. They're just sending up thumbs and hearts. And I have another counter here that I watch very closely. And as I was saying some short things about you, some thumbs and hearts were going up already. And
Yeah.
so, listen, without further ado, Lorraine, if I may call you Lorraine, without thank you very much. Without further ado, will you just
Yes,
just
please.
just kind of share with us a little bit about Lorraine?
Us get through it. She was her, my, he do a quick prayer. When I learned that murder, thankfully I'm on her. Uh, I I wait like you're they love. I will probably be, I'm on the to your house and here with something family, but and okay, now because I thought that it did that type of the or deserve that very for their life is not we be just the so my one I remember and on the Walgreens here and that and along sure like there
Yes.
I'm not uh, and pain at me tonight. And a song of deliverance. God, take love depart always defend. I remember the lyrics and recorded it to
You know, you have wow, wow. I'm trying to get past wow. I really am, Lorraine. I'm trying to get past wow. However, you made so many fascinating points right at the beginning. The twin sons having come to the world at the same time, unfortunately having departed the world at the same time, being independent, being artists, having such a zest for life, and just moving forward. You being a proud mom, and within that, you made a statement that far too many people seem to not receive, and that is many times no matter how you rear your children or how good they are, you are, these kinds of tragedies may come to your door.
Stay this time or what trying to do so others are play you would hear
Yes. And Lorraine, might I ask, as you share that with us, and we talk about children and loving our children and believing that there are no bad children, I have to share with you that I go to that same school. I was one of those fix it principles, for lack of a better word. Everybody knows about Joe Clark and Lean on Me. I have the utmost respect for Mr. Clark. I was not a Joe Clark in the sense of the respectful, the rudeness. However, I lend myself to that analogy. I was blessed to have worked for Dr. George McKenna in Los Angeles at Washington Preparatory. And many people are not aware that Dr. McKenna had a movie also called The George McKenna Story that was played by Denzel Washington. And I was his head football coach and administrative assistant. So, I've been blessed to have quote turned some schools around unquote as the leader of those schools. So, as you share with our audience about the flowers and I'll use the word cultivating and that kind of thing, it is so critical. And to hear a mom that has lost her children to violence, knowing the kind of children that you reared, realizing all of the things that they've faced in life and would continue to face as your son that's still with you. It takes an extraordinary person. It does, Lorraine. It takes an extraordinary person to be able to share that with us. And I had to say this at this point because there are so many people that I've encountered that would not have been able to sit, be it via video, be it via just a one-on-one, to share what you just shared with us. So please allow me to applaud you because that's a very strong mom, which is a perfect segue into Mothers 1000. How exactly did Mothers 1000 get started?
for you help me up so working at, I did not I get it. And when and you know, the lady her uh, way God this from all that and I would have there organized I think a point nonprofit management certification because I really wanted to know more about nonprofit and what I'm getting myself into. And then I asked the Lord for a name of the organization. As I was meditating, God gave me the name 1,000 Mothers to Prevent Violence. And we say to prevent rather than against because our goal is actually prevention. We want to prevent that hurting mother from hurting somebody else. Actually, one of the mothers came to our support group who was ready to take the law into her own hand. There was a father, many of them hurt people. They came to cope, were able to do, and I would sit there and listen and ask the Lord to please give mother there. Basically, I live at home, rain, who by Miss Lorraine, and I'm and I talked. I said, call. And I said, you say of the so like Terry, and I said, very do talk there, but given her given her following to praying for little old me. Been praying for you. I pray for you all the time. Our organization, that's to the way they I'm not gonna call yeah, we the mother okay. Hey, and I
Yeah. Well, Lorena, as you share that, it's sometimes it's difficult to get people to understand, especially those of us who are sophisticated and educated. It's difficult sometimes to get people to understand that pain is real. It's very real, and everybody's trying to tell another person how to grieve. And as I'm sitting here listening to you as you share with your God-given skills and with your social studies, social science training, is that it's very crucial and very critical what you do. You also mentioned domestic violence, and I have been, if I might share, since we're in this conversation, I have been on a personal crusade to men and women organizations that work with domestic violence. I said, I would love to see a branch started exclusively for children that suffer from domestic violence because of something you said. You said, and it struck a nerve. You said, some parents want to go and take the law into their own hands, and the woman talked about the machete, etc. See, I was that kid, Ms. Lorraine, that was primed and pumped to take my stepfather's life because he was hurting my mother. I was that kid, and I was big enough and tough enough, mean enough, and angry enough to accomplish my goal. And the only thing that saved me was my mother getting between us and not allowing me to exact on him what I wanted to. And I was angry with her initially
Yeah.
because being young and immature, and because she had stayed in this relationship for so long, my anger and my wanting to get even with him would not let me process at the moment that she was not protecting him. She was protecting me. And when you shared that about how you allow the parents to work through their anger, that's why I said struck a nerve, is that so many of our children do not get to do that. And they wound up going to jail, they wound up retaliating, etc. And as I'm sitting here listening to you, I want you to continue because I'll be honest, I can't fathom the kind of pain that you must have felt and the things that you still deal with to this day.
I'm surprised this is some
Yes.
to another prayer and go off and do that when I was as I get it up, 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 hard for children to deal with that. And we have a support
Wow.
group just for this called SMART for the grandparent or the parent dealing with the grieving child. I can tell you so many stories opening up for the first. Just this summer, I took a little kid to Mississippi, which where I was born. So land. He was like, "Wow, look at all that land. That person rich, just a yard." First time he rode a horse, he went swimming. He fished at my brother's lake. And after working with him for 6 weeks, I did not believe what my eyes were seeing. How he could barely hold a pencil. How he was more on a kindergarten level. I count 30, not under my watch. Will you slip through the cracks? No, no, no. I was messing on
Right. Right.
Prism, your house, and
Yes.
we talked to him. So him 100% on his uh, small
Wow.
he's come here for example
Right.
under other other
Mm.
what so we work with this which was by was now
Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Bravo. Bravo. I understand. Yes.
I'm not
I understand.
the crazy. I do and we're getting program the other party and our child pop. We have
Yes, yes. I have family in Oakland. I've unfortunately lost some younger cousins to gang violence there, and some of them have been perpetrators as well. And listen, I understand. It is so great to hear you share these kinds of things. Violence prevention and intervention is really been my calling card, I guess, throughout my entire career, even as a young man to now. And I wow, that's very powerful. Yeah.
Core
Is that
for the
yeah.
um, and we
Yes.
been
Right.
the prison
Right.
children are
Yes. Right. Right. And that is a very, 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 very positive thing that we have to do. And I, it's very refreshing. And I have to tell you, Lorraine, uh, you probably see me keep doing looking this, but our thumbs are going up and hearts are going up all over the place. So yes, thumbs are, thumbs are going up and hearts are going up all over the place. But and that's what I'm saying. It's very refreshing to know that there are individuals out there like 1,000 Mothers with Lorraine Taylor that understands the significance and the importance of addressing pain, and not only their personal pain but the pain of others, because that's very serious business. And sadly, there are so many of us that choose, I won't say don't understand, but we choose not to interact because of our selfishness. And I just allow me to applaud you, and I'm just loving these thumbs going up for you, and these all of these hearts that are going up for you. And I often share with my guest is that sometimes we'll have people come on and they'll FaceTime, and many times they just they'll interact with putting up the thumbs and hearts like they're doing now. But I'm going to ask you one more question. I don't want to hold you all night. Hold you all night. It, when you meet those parents that are reluctant, I know you've already shared with us that you don't try to force or coerce, but when you meet those parents that are reluctant, and your mother, the mother in you is telling you that I really need this person to interact with us. How do you cope with that? If they're just reluctant and they want nothing to do with what you're doing, even though you know within your heart and within your soul that you can help them.
love. We, where you are, just because I'm right now, there was a time nobody could get me up off of. There was a time nobody could encourage me to go to a support group. Have to be ready to get help. We simply go to them, take a check. We don't you member
Yes.
for one another. Us have this, none of us have they have put us no this Lorraine to me.
Yeah.
I know me
That is very powerful. And actually, it's a great note to end on. This is, this super, super. But I have to retract what I just said about a great note to end on because we cannot end. I heard a beautiful, melodious voice as we were preparing for this show, and a little birdie tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You need to mention that." And you told me that you are a vocalist and that you have a CD that you produced that you had produced a while back. Let's talk a little bit about that. And I promise you, I will not hold you on much longer.
it's okay, Melvin. Well, God is so merciful to me, and He's been amazing in my life. I've always wanted to record. While I was here dealing with my grief, uh, who owned a studio passed away, and she recorded. She needed to, and but I don't have to. On, come here. I could see he wanted time to take me.
Yes.
he gave me right leg. I like it. So while
Beautiful.
we
Great story.
to the
Well, Lorraine, listen. Wow. We're going to have to do this again because I know we can't get everything in one show, but we're going to have to do this again. But let me say this to you very, 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 very. I'm gonna use the word vividly because when I am blessed to encounter real Renaissance people that actually do things to help others, I'm always smitten with the thought, with the process, but more importantly, with the person. And I'm smitten because, unfortunately, we have so many pretenders in the world and so many people that are disingenuous. And when you, the person, although you understand full well you're not perfect, that's not the issue. But when you, the person, are afforded the opportunity to meet individuals that you can feel a vibe, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it because you can enjoy, receive, and respect what they're offering. So as you shared earlier, I heard you say, you said sometimes they'll write things and they'll say the angel in Oakland, and I heard you very, very loudly. You say, well, I'll tell them not to write that because I may disappoint you, etc., or not to say that. So I had to go there. I held that until you finished. I had to go there because I'm sure those individuals that view you as being the angel in Oakland understand full well that you offer them something that they otherwise would not have gotten. You offer them something where there's a genuine love and care where otherwise they would not have gotten. Why am I saying that? When it drops in their spirit to share with you that they feel that you are the angel in Oakland, just receive it. So am I. And that's why I held that until we got to the end because I want to say to you on air, it, it's one thing when you ringing your own bell, but when someone appreciates you, you're not asking for attaboys. You're not asking for pats on the back. You're just doing what God has put in your spirit to do. So then allow them, if I might use that word, allow them to say thank you. That's their way of saying thank you. Now, yes, that's just their way of saying thank you. That's just their way of saying thank you. So that's what I'm sharing to you, excuse me, as we end this show tonight, is that I want to thank you because as I sit and as speaking to an individual and getting to meet an individual is nothing like reading materials or reading excerpts from things that that person has done or continues to do. And as I'm sitting here with Lorraine, I'm listening to this beautiful woman. I'm looking at you. I'm feeling your vibe. I'm feeling your spirit. But I'm hearing the love that's coming and resonating that you have for others. That, my dear, as redundant as we use priceless, that is priceless. Well, listen, I wouldn't have it any other way. But as my old friend now, unfortunately he's deceased. But Larry Bingo Marcus, the writer of it's written all over your face. It's written all the love is written all over your face. So yes, and so with all of the hearts and thumbs going up and the hearts going up, I'm telling you, the reactions that you're getting are just wonderful. They are, and I want to thank my audience tonight for being here. Now, Lorraine, I did not explain to you is that we literally go all over the country, literally. Yes, we literally go all over the country. We are live right now on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We are live on Periscope, and we're on LinkedIn. So we have guests from Russia, from the Ukraine, from South Africa, literally all over the world. And I'm telling you, the thumbs no, the thumbs are going up and the hearts are going up, and that's just wonderful. So let me thank you very much, and don't hang up, but let me thank you very much for being here. And we want you, please, if you share with our audience how they might contact. I know you told us earlier, but if you tell them one more time how they might contact you.
510-581-0100. That is my cell phone, my personal cell phone number, 510-581-0100. Or you can contact the 1000 Mothers. Would not let us start with the one. 1000 AOL.com. Thank you so much.
Wow. Listen, Lorraine, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for being here with us tonight. And we thank you for coming to join us on the Nobody Asked Me Guy show, because we understand that there are so many talk shows out there and all of this kind of stuff. And we just feel really great about the fact that you feel like our guests are worth of hearing. Now, you guys know how you can contact me, but I'll repeat it for our new listeners. You can contact me at my website, www.dyingonmyfeet.com, www.dyingonmyfeet.com. Now, once you get there, guys, you will find all of my social media sites right there. You'll find Instagram, you'll find LinkedIn, you'll find them all right there. And as always, in closing, as you guys know, yes, I am a writer, and you see some of my books in the background. But my latest book is called Mothers and Their Men, an introspective look at mothers rearing their sons. It is written from a mom's perspective, guys. And as we tell you every week, everybody will always write a book and try to tell you how to rear your children. Well, this book is like none other that's out there. We don't tell you how to rear your children. We simply talk with you from a mother's perspective about mothers rearing their sons. So please get that book. You can go to Barnes and Nobles and get it, or you could get it. You could get it from me, and it'd be guaranteed to be autographed. You can go to www.dyingonmyfeet.com. You can order the book right there, and you'll see some other books that I published that are equally as interesting. Or you can contact me personally at 440-935-0374. Again, guys, we thank you so very much for joining us tonight. Lorraine Taylor, 1000 Mothers, you are truly a Renaissance woman, and we appreciate you greatly. And we thank you so much for being here.